When Meghan Markle appeared on live television for a high-profile interview with veteran journalist Diana Sawyer, few could have predicted the intensity of what was about to unfold. And what began as a seemingly routine conversation quickly spiraled into a heated clash that left Meghan visibly rattled and ultimately humiliated before millions of viewers. Diane, who has built her reputation on asking the kind of piercing questions that few others dare, challenged Meghan on topics that have long fueled controversy. Her decision with Prince Harry to step back from royal duties, her fractured relationship with the British monarchy, the claims of racism and mistreatment she faced, and the accusations from critics that she has tried to control the narrative of her public image. While Meghan initially responded with calm and poise, Sawyer's persistence and sharp tone soon began to wear her down, as she pressed for specifics and refused to let vague answers slide, creating a tense atmosphere that grew more uncomfortable with each passing minute. For Meghan, this was yet another example of being cornered by the media, an experience she has often described as traumatizing. And while she tried to maintain composure, the weight of Sawyer's relentless questioning became clear as her expressions betrayed frustration, vulnerability, and at moments even despair. Viewers could sense the shift as Meghan's polished responses gave way to defensiveness, and Sawyer, unrelenting, pushed her further, highlighting contradictions in her past interviews and raising questions that Meghan was clearly unprepared to confront on live television. The humiliation was not just in the clash itself, but in the aftermath, as clips of the encounter spread rapidly online, with critics seizing on her stumbles as evidence of insincerity while supporters rushed to her defense, arguing that Sawyer had crossed a line into hostility. For Meghan, who has long struggled to be understood beyond tabloid headlines and royal gossip, the incident was devastating, as it reinforced the narrative of her as someone constantly at odds with the press and unable to control how she is perceived. For Sawyer, however, the exchange reaffirmed her standing as one of journalism's toughest interviewers, someone unafraid to push even the most high-profile figures into uncomfortable territory. In the days that followed, debates raged over who had really won the exchange, with some praising Sawyer for holding Meghan accountable, while others condemned her for what they saw as an ambush designed more for ratings than for truth. Beneath all the noise, however, lies the undeniable reality that Meghan walked away from that interview deeply shaken, another painful reminder that no matter how carefully she tries to present herself, her story is constantly reframed by the media lens. The clash with Diana Sawyer will forever stand as one of the most humiliating and controversial moments of Meghan Markle's public life. A live TV encounter that exposed not only the tensions between interviewer and subject, but also the larger, ongoing battle between Meghan and the press, a battle that shows no signs of ending and continues to cast a long shadow over her every attempt to tell her side of the story.